Hi everyone, for today's video, we will discuss another topic in business mathematics. So, annuity due. Okay? So, an annuity due is an annuity whose payments are made at the beginning of each payment interval rather than at the end. So, annuity due payment begin at the beginning. So, in ordinary annuity, the payment is at the end. So, that's the difference between ordinary annuity and annuity due. Okay? So, the present value of an annuity due is the sum of all the present values of the payments at the time of the first payment. And then another definition, the amount of an annuity due is the sum of all accumulated amounts of the payments at the end of the term. Okay, so these are the two formula for the annuity due. So we have PV, the present value, is equal to P. P is the periodic payment times 1 plus I times quantity 1 minus 1 plus I to the negative n all over I. And then for the future value, so we have P times 1 plus I times quantity 1 plus I to the n minus 1 all over I. So the difference in the formula for ordinary annuity is this 1 plus I. In ordinary annuity, we have only P times this divided by I. And then for the future value of ordinary, we have P times this term over I. So this is just the difference. We will multiply by 1 plus I because the payment is made at the beginning. Okay? So example. Okay, so pause the video for each number and then try to solve. Okay, number 1. An investment of 2,800 pesos is made at the beginning of each month for 5 years. So the keyword is the payment is made at the beginning. Okay? If the interest is 9% compounded monthly, how much will the investment be at the end of 5 years? Okay, so what formula are we going to use? The question is, how much will the investment be at the end of 5 years? So that means we will use the formula for future value. Okay? So the formula is FB is equal to P times 1 plus I times quantity 1 plus I to the n minus 1 all over I. Okay, so given we have 2,800 pesos. So this is the monthly payment at the beginning of each month. So therefore, the P or the regular payment, in some books, they use R for regular payment. So P is the periodic payment. We have 2,800 pesos. Okay? And then the value of I, and then we have N. The value of I is the interest rate. We have 9%. So in decimal, we have 9% is 0.09. We will divide this by the conversion, the number of conversion per year. So we have compounded monthly. So how many months in 1 year? So 12 months. So therefore, the interest I is equal to, or the rate of interest, so we have 0.09 divided by 12. So if we divide this, 0.09 divided by 12, that is equal to 0.0075. Okay? And then, the number of conversion is the number of years. So we have 5 years. 5 years multiplied by the number of conversion per year. So we have compounded monthly. Therefore, we have 12 conversion per year. 5 times 12 is equal to 60. So now, let's just substitute to the formula. FB is equal to P. We have 2,800 pesos multiplied by 1 plus I. So the value of I is 0.0075. Just add 1. So we have 1.0075. And then multiplied by 1 plus I to the n. So we have 1.0075 raised to n. So the value of n is 60. Okay. So the value of n is equal to 60. So raised to 60 and then subtract 1. And then divided by the I, again, 0.0075. And then let's just use our scientific calculator. So if you have programmable scientific calculator, just type this on your calculator. So I will just use this calculator. So just I'll start with the 1.0075 raised to 60 subtract 1. Okay, so 1.0075 raised to 60. So I press this exponent, x to the y, raised to 60, and then press equal sign. And then subtract 1. press equal sign again. So we have 0.5656 and then multiply to this and multiply to this and then divide. Okay? So times 1.0075 times 2,800. Okay? And then divided by 0.0075 and then press equal sign. The answer is 212,771. Round off 2 decimal places. So we have 0.49. Next number is 0. Okay? So the answer is 212,000. 212,771.49. So to check or if you want to find the interest, we can multiply this, the total payments, 2,800, multiply that to the number of payments. So the number of payment, we have 60. So if we multiply this, we have 3 zeros, 6 times 28, that is equal to 168. Okay? So this is the total payment, 168,000. And then we have interest of, we can subtract this. If you want to find the interest, we can just subtract this to 168,000. Okay? So the total should be greater than the total payments, 168. Okay? So next number, number 2. Find the present value. So we're looking for the present value. So we will use the formula for PV of 3,000 pesos paid at the beginning. Okay, so here's the keyword, paid at the beginning of every 3 months for 10 years at 8% compounded quarterly. Since we are looking for the present value, so the formula that we will use is PV equals P times 1 plus I raised to 1 minus 1 plus I to the negative n all over I. So given 3,000 pesos, so that is the periodic payment. Periodic payment is 3,000 pesos. And then the value of I is the interest. What is the interest? 8%. So convert that in decimal, we have 0.08. And then we will divide it by the number of conversion per year. So we have compounded quarterly. So how many quarters in 1 year? We have 4. So 0.08 divided by 4, the value of I is 0.02. Okay? Now, the value of N is the year, 10 years. So 10 years times the conversion period. So same with this, 10 times 4 equals 40. So substitute all the given. So PV is equal to the periodic payment, the 3,000 pesos times 1 plus I. So we have 1 point. The I is 0.02. So 1.02 times quantity 1 minus 1.02, 1 plus I to the negative n. So we have negative 40 all divided by I. The value of I again is 0.02. Okay, so just type this on your scientific calculator. If you have programmable, mas madali, i-type nyo lang yan. But if you have ordinary scientific calculator, just like this, so we can start with this. 1 minus, I will put, okay, so we can just type it directly. 1.02, 1.02 raised to the negative 40. So press first the 40 and then the negative sign. And then I'll press equal sign. Okay. So we have 0.5471. There's no need to write this. So just after evaluating this, we directly multiply by 1.02. So times 1.02 and then times 3,000. So times 3,000 and then divided by zero point zero 0.02. So 0.02 and then finally press equal sign. The answer is 83,707. Round up 2 decimal places. So we have 0.76 will become 77 because the next number is 6. Okay? So the present value is equal to 83,707.77. So if we want to find the interest, so we can compute this 3,000. 3,000 times the number of payments. So we have 40 times n. So 3,000 times 40, that is 100. 3 times 4, we have 12. Copy the 4 zeros. Okay, so therefore, 120,000 is the total payment. So the present value is just 83,707. Okay, because of the interest. Okay, so next, number 3. Number 3, Miss Kapulong wants to have 300,000 pesos for a trip 3 years from now. How much must she save at the beginning of each month starting now if she gets 6% converted monthly on her savings? Okay? So what is the our given here? What is the 300,000 pesos? So this is the future value because Miss Kapulong wants to have 300,000 pesos for a trip 3 years from now. So 3 years from now, she wants 300,000 pesos. So that means 300,000 is the FB, the future value. So we'll use the formula for future value. FB is equal to P times 1 plus I times 1 plus I to the n minus 1 all over I. So we are looking for the how much must she save at the beginning of each month? We're looking for the present, the P, the periodic payment. Okay, so let's derive the formula for the periodic payment. P, we want to find the value of P. So that means we will multiply both sides of the equation by the denominator I. So therefore, the value for P is equal to FB. Multiply both sides by the I and then divide both sides by all of these terms. So the formula for P is equal to FB times I times all of this term. We have 1 plus I raised to 1 or raised to multiplied to 1 plus I to the n minus 1. Okay? So what are the given? 300,000. So this is the FB. Future value is 300,000 pesos. So I and then N. I is the interest. So what is the interest? 6%. So let's convert 6% in decimal. We have 0.06 divided by the number of conversion. So converted monthly. Monthly, we have 12 months in 1 year. So 0.06 divided by 12. So if we divide that, 0.06 divided by 12, the answer to that is 0.005. Okay? 0.005. And then the value of n is the number of years. So we have 3 years. 3 years multiplied by the conversion. So we have 12. So 3 times 12 is equal to 36. So now, let's just substitute. Substitute all the given. So we have FB is 300,000 pesos times the I. The value of I is 0.005 all divided by 1 plus I. So we have 1.005 multiplied by 1 plus I. So we have 1.005 raised to 36 and then subtract 1. Okay, so let's just use our calculator and we will get, okay, so we have 300,000 pesos times 0.005 times 0.005 equals. Okay, so 1,500. So that is the numerator. And then let's divide to all of these denominators. So I will use parentheses. 1,500 divided by, okay, so open parentheses, 1.005, 0.005, and then multiply to all of this. So times, I will use another parenthesis. So another parenthesis, 1.005. Okay, so 1.005 raised to 36. So exponent raised to 36 and then subtract 1. Subtract 1 and then close parenthesis. And then another close parenthesis. Okay, and then finally press equal sign. So the answer is 7,588. Let's round off 2 decimal places. So we have 7,588.64. Okay, so that is the monthly how much must she save at the beginning of each month. So she needs to save 7,588.64. Okay, so to estimate or to find the interest, we can multiply this by 36. So if we multiply that by 36, 7,588.64 multiplied to 36, that is equal to 273,191. Okay? He will only spend 273,191.04 in order to accumulate or in order to save to have 300,000 pesos at the end for 3 years. Okay? After 3 years, this 273,000 pesos will become 7,000 or will become 300,000 pesos. So the interest is around 26,000. Okay? So last example, number 4. The annual premium on a car insurance policy is 16,500 pesos payable in advance. What would be the quarterly premium if the interest rate is based on 6% compounded quarterly? So kapag binayaran niya in advance, that is 16,500 pesos. But if he will pay this in compounded quarterly, so if she will pay in per quarter, the total payment must be greater than this 16,500. Therefore, the 16,500 pesos, this is the present value. So this is the present value because if she will pay in advance, the cost is 16,500 pesos. So what would be the quarterly premium if the interest rate is based on 6% compounded quarterly? So we will use the formula for present value. Okay? And then we are looking for the quarterly premium. The unknown here again is the P. Okay? So the periodic payment. So same with number 3, let's derive the formula for P. The formula for P is just multiply both sides by I to cancel this. So we have PV, present value times the interest I divided by all of this term. So we have 1 plus I raised to multiplied to 1 minus 1 plus I to the negative n. Okay? So what are the given? PV is equal to 16,500 pesos. I is equal to the interest. We have 6% in decimal, that is 0.06, divided by, we have compounded quarterly. Quarterly, so that means 4. So 0.06 divided by 4, that is equal to 0.015. And then the value of n is equal to, so this is annual premium on a car. So in advance, what would be the quarterly premium if the interest rate is based on 6%? So the number of n here is just 1 year. So this is just for 1 year. Okay? So therefore, 1 times the conversion. So 1 times 4 equals 4. So next, just substitute to the formula. PV is 16,500 pesos multiplied by the I. So we have 0.015. So this is the interest. So 0.015 divided by 1 plus I. So we have 1.015 multiplied to 1 minus 1 plus I. So we have 1.015 raised to negative n. That is negative 4. Okay? So again, just use your scientific calculator to evaluate this. Okay, so let's multiply this first. 16,500 pesos multiplied by 0.015, 0.015, and then press equal sign. Okay, and then divide this by all of this. So again, I will use parentheses. So we have 1.015 multiplied by all of these terms. So I'll use another parenthesis. So we have 1 minus 1.015, 1.015 raised to negative 4. So press 4 and then negative sign and then close parenthesis and then another close parenthesis and then finally press equal sign. We get 4,217.58 rounded to 2 decimal places. Okay, so therefore, the monthly payment is, or the quarterly payment is 4,217.58. Okay, so let's check if what is now the total payment. If you want to find the interest, just multiply this by 4 and then we will get 4,217.58 times 4. So that is equal to 16,870 0.32. If we compare this to the monthly, or if you pay in advance 16,500 pesos, so there is an interest of 370.32. Okay, so this is the monthly payment or the quarterly payment kapag hindi natin in advance itong 16,500. If in installment, we have 4,217, and then the total of that is 16,870. Okay, so that's all. I hope you learned something on this video. So thank you for watching, and see you sa mga susunod pang mga math reviewer para sa business mathematics or math of investment. So bye-bye and God bless.